Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to share a rather large decant haul with you. So I recently got onto this website here. It is called the Decant Fragrance Boutique. The Fragrance Decant Boutique. I think I say that backwards every single time. Their website is www.decantboutique.com. Yeah, they're the first place that I usually go to when I'm looking for decants because they've got really, really good prices. And yeah, so every once in a while I'll get on there and I will go through everything and I will come out with 100 different decants. And that's basically what I did this time. I don't know exactly how many I picked up. Let's see, 16, 17. So I did pick up 17 different decants. I was not good enough to be able to leave these and not sniff them before doing this video so I could do first impressions. So I have sniffed all of these. I have a good idea of which ones I like, which ones I'm not crazy about, and one that I've already actually purchased a full bottle of. So anyways, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with the smallest little box here. I love these boxes because I use them to turn around and send decants out to other people. And I love to use these boxes for that because they just protect the decants in a really nice way. Okay, so all of your decants will come packaged like this in a little plastic bag. And I always just get the 1 ml decants because unless it's something, and sometimes if it's a really inexpensive perfume like these first couple, you can get, I think you get 3 ml, 2 or 3 ml instead of just 1 ml for the least expensive price. So these first ones that I picked up are from a brand called Cremo. This one is called Spice and Black Vanilla. It is an EDT formulation. These Cremo fragrances are technically men's fragrances. I'll try to pop up pictures of the full bottles on the screen for you so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, these are technically men's fragrances. Now, you can pick these up at Walmart for $20 for a big, I think it's a 3.3 ounce bottle for $20. So I was really, really excited to see that the Fragrance Decant Boutique had them on their site. I got these big decants for like $3 and some change, which to me is amazing. I'm so glad that I am able to get decants and smell them first rather than just have to blind buy bottles, even of inexpensive perfumes. So anyways, this one is called Spice and Black Vanilla. I will tell you guys, this is the one that I haven't even sprayed any perfume on. I'm gonna spray this on today. I already went and immediately bought a full bottle of this. Oh my gosh, I knew immediately I had to have this. Gosh, all of that, and I still have a ton left. I just went to town with it, and it didn't even fall below the gold sticker, which is crazy. Spice and Black Vanilla, this is a beautiful, spiced, but sweet vanilla fragrance. To me, this is completely unisex. I don't feel like this one is masculine at all. I can't say that about the next one we're gonna talk about, but this one for sure is not terribly masculine leaning. It is very unisex smelling, so it's not terribly feminine smelling either, but it is amazing. It is the most beautiful, like yummy, sweet, custardy vanilla, but it is so spicy. There's just tons of spice to it. So yeah, it's amazing. I went on the Walmart website and I picked up a full bottle of this immediately for $19.98 or something for a big bottle. Yeah, I had to have it. Now, I have a feeling this isn't gonna perform well. I'll let you know by the end of this video how it's doing, but this isn't one that I would wanna wear in the middle of the summer anyways. This is gonna be more of a cold weather fragrance for me, but yeah, I had to have it. Oh my gosh, it's so, so good. So anyways, that is Cremo, Spice, and Black Vanilla. Again, so glad I was able to get decants of these without having to blind buy full bottles. Okay, the next one is another Cremo fragrance, and this is Cremo Bourbon Vanilla. And this is another $20 fragrance, really inexpensive. This one I was hoping was not gonna be as masculine as it is, but yeah, this one is way, way more masculine smelling. It's too masculine for me to feel comfortable wearing it, but holy cow, is it an incredible fragrance. Like, I don't know much about men's fragrances, but to me, this smells really, really nice. It smells way more expensive than it actually is. It does not smell like a $20 fragrance. I think it smells amazing. This is a fragrance that smells like something that smells like somebody that's not trying too hard either. It just smells like warm and vaguely fresh, and I don't know. I would love to smell this on a man. I think it would smell like so good on a man. It would smell good again, but again, without without it feeling like this person is trying super hard. Oh, it's just a good one. Yeah, I think it's amazing. Do I want a full bottle of it? No, it's way too, again, masculine smelling for my nose. I am gonna get my husband to try it on though, because I do think it smells really incredible, and I think it would be really nice on a man. So anyways, that is Cremo Bourbon Vanilla EDT. Okay, this next one. This is a niche fragrance that I have been dying to get my nose on for a very long time. Decants of this fragrance are pretty expensive. Okay, let me tell you what we're talking about. I'm sorry. We are talking about a fragrance from a house called the Vagabond Prince, and this is called Enchanted Forest. It is an EDP formulation. I love the color of the liquid. It's this beautiful like spring green, and I think that the color of the liquid is beautiful. Let's see. The Vagabond Prince. Yeah, so the Cremo decants, and I think these are two, actually I think they're 3 ml. Yes, sorry. The Cremo decants are 3 ml decants, and they were $3.92 a piece, which I think is completely fair. Yes, they're very inexpensive fragrances, but I feel like, you know, it's $3.92 is a very small price to pay to sniff something without having to blind buy even a $20 bottle. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep this out so I can tell you how much these cost, because I've got a good mix of really affordable but also a little bit of niche in here. So the Vagabond Prince is a 1 ml decant for $6.09. And the reason that I like to go with the fragrance decant boutique over just getting it from Lucky Sun, because I think on Lucky Sun it's like $4 or $5. It is a little bit cheaper, but it's also a dabber, and you don't get dabbers with the fragrance decant boutique. You get spray decants, and that is worth the extra cost, in my opinion. I just like to be able to spray it. I feel like I get a better feel for a fragrance when I'm able to spray it rather than dab. So anyways, let's talk about this fragrance. The Vagabond Prince, Enchanted Forest from the Vagabond Prince. This smells like something, I can tell you right off the bat, this is not anything that I would want to smell like. There's something about it that is so beautiful, and it's really, really fresh smelling. You definitely get like a fresh, resinous, evergreen tree note in it. So I'll go ahead and read you the notes from here on out. I'll put the Crema notes on the screen since I already passed by, but for the rest of them, I'll go ahead and read the notes for you. This has a ton of notes in it. It is blackcurrant leaf, blackcurrant blossom, rosemary, rum, pink pepper, sweet orange, artemisia, hawthorn, and aldehydes, blackcurrant, coriander, vetiver, honeysuckle, carnation, and rose, balsam fir, cedar, oak moss, opoponix, cyan benzoin, vanilla patchouli, amber, and musk. I mean, holy cow, that is a lot of notes. I feel like that is common with niche fragrances. I feel like they think that if they, you know, just throw as many notes in there as possible, and it will make it more interesting. And I can tell you, all I can really smell, I can smell the balsam fir. That is the most prominent note in here, the balsam fir. I definitely get a little bit of that kind of boozy red wine note. I get the herbaceousness of the rosemary and the artemisia. And that's about it. I'm not getting all of those other notes. I'm definitely not getting any of the florals. I don't know, there's something that I love about this fragrance. It's very much like a fairy tale fragrance from my head. It smells like an enchanted forest. It smells like fairy tales, and yeah, I mean, it smells like fairy tales for sure. But would I want to smell like this in real life? No, I would not. I'm happy I have a little decant of it so I can sniff it like this every once in a while, because it's super interesting, but it's just not a perfume I would want to actually smell like. So anyways, that is the Vagabond Prince and the Enchanted Forest. Okay, let's get into the bigger ones here. So I'm gonna have to move a little quicker than this or we're gonna be here forever. Okay, the first one we've got in this one, oh gosh, you guys, this is such a good fragrance. I knew I was gonna love this one, and I almost didn't get this because I was like, I can't figure out where to buy this, where to get a full bottle of it. Maybe on the Imaginary Authors website. I think I checked on their website though, and I didn't see it. I don't know if this has been discontinued already, or I don't know. I'm gonna have to like really look and see if I can find a bottle, because now that I've smelled it, I want a bottle badly. So this is Imaginary Authors, a whiff of waffle cone, and oh my gosh. I'm gonna spray this one on my hand. I don't think it's gonna clash with the black vanilla. Oh, it's so nice because there's something very dark in it, like a dark burnt caramel note, which I think would be off-putting for a lot of people, but for me, it's not. I love it. It's like a grown-up gourmand, like a very sophisticated smelling gourmand, because it's got this burnt aspect to it. Oh man, do I want a bottle of this so badly. Okay. It actually doesn't have a note breakdown for this one, so it just says, it says syrup, and I do get like a maple syrup smell. So I would not be surprised if this does have maple syrup in it. It says syrup, ice cream, whipped cream, caramel, vanilla, amorous, and cinnamon. Let me see if I scroll down sometimes. It's so good. The first review, are not a safe blind buy. So this person's not happy. This smells like burnt rubber and inside of a dentist office. Oh gosh, I love it. I don't think it's safe at all. Not at all. But yeah, this person says it smells like pure sugar and sticky sweet ice cream on me in a good way. And that's what it's like on me too. Oh gosh, I love it so much. Now, I don't see, sometimes people will put what the actual note breakdown is if it's not in the listing, but not in this one. This one's beautiful though. To me it does. It smells like burnt caramel brown sugar, like a burnt caramel brown sugar mixture and maple syrup. Oh my gosh, it is so, so good. I definitely, that one went straight to, I want a full bottle. So again, I'm gonna separate these, and at the end we'll talk about which ones I definitely want a full bottle of and which ones I'm glad to be able to check off my list. Okay, and let me tell you how much a whiff of waffle cone was. That is a 1 ml decant, and it was $6.95. Okay. Next, I've got this one here. This one is called this is from a niche house called Javoy, and it's a fragrance called Remember Me. Now, I think that this one had been, recommended to me at some point, like in the comment section of one of my videos, and it's perfectly fine. It's nothing that I would pay any, it's actually really, really nice. Like, don't get me wrong, it smells really good. Like, I love it. If I could find something that, and that's the thing, I could find something else that smells like this. I could probably find I'm pretty sure I could find something much less expensive that smells like this. So I wouldn't pay Javoy prices for it. Javoy Remember Me is cardamom, lemon, and bergamot, tea, ginger, and frangipani, milk, vanilla, woody notes, and cedar. And you definitely get a warm milk note in there. You definitely get a slightly sweet, soft vanilla. You definitely get a really nice, soft coriander. The coriander is very, very present. And that's pretty much what I get, like this milky, kind of slightly sweet vanilla and coriander fragrance. And it's fine. It's, you know, it's nice. But do I think it's worth paying $200 for a bottle of this? Absolutely not. So anyways, that is Javoy Remember Me. I am glad. Let me see, how much did that decant cost? So Javoy Remember Me was $6.50 for 1 ml. So, okay, this next one, this is one that I was so excited to see a decant of it for $2.11 because this is a favorite of mine from my childhood. I absolutely loved this fragrance as a kid, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it smells like. I know it's a Lily of the Valley fragrance, but I could not remember what it smelled like. And I've had bottles of it in and out of my cart for the last 5 years probably because I want it, but then I'm like, oh, but am I gonna still love it? What we're talking about is Jessica McClintock, just the original Jessica McClintock. And oh my gosh, after I smelled this, it's definitely not the same as the original. The original formulation of this was an absolute monster. I remember it lasted forever. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, but it still conjures up my childhood for me. It still conjures up the scent memories. It still smells the same. It just doesn't perform the same, and it's just not, you know, nothing smells as good as it did in the 80s. But boy, do I love this. This is a beautiful, kind of slightly sweet, very strong, fresh Lily of the Valley. It's got citruses in the top, I'm quite sure. In fact, let me look up the notes for you. Yes, so the top notes are lemon, basil, and ylang ylang, bergamot, cassia, and blackcurrant. Middle notes are lily of the valley, jasmine, and rose. Base notes are musk and woody notes. And it is a stunner of a fragrance. I love this. In fact, this reminds me a little bit of the Rachel Zoe perfume that I've got. I think it's called Instinct. But that one is less fresh and a little bit sweeter than this one, but kind of similar. I knew immediately, yes, I will absolutely, next time I order perfume, I'm going to be ordering this. It has absolutely stood the test of time too, in my opinion. I think it still smells completely relevant. It smells amazing. It doesn't smell dated to me at all. It just, I would be more than happy to wear this. And I don't think people would think I smell vintage. It's amazing. So anyways, that is Jessica McClintock. Very happy to have gotten that. And again, it was $2.11 for that decant. Okay, you guys, this is gonna be a super long video. I feel like I've got so many more to go through, and I do. Okay, this next one, oh my gosh, I am head over heels in love with this one too. This is a fragrance from DS and Durga, and I think this is the first one that I've absolutely fallen in love with that I've smelled. They make the most interesting fragrances. Oh my gosh, I love that whiff of waffle cone is like so my jam. I love it so much. I can totally understand why other people would not like it. It does smell very, very different, but good golly, do I love it. Okay, DS and Durga make fragrances that are so incredibly unique and so incredibly high quality and good. This one is like on another level though. This one is DS and Durga and is called Debaser. And this, let's see, how much should I pay for this? So DS and Durga Debaser, this is a 1 ml decant for $5.97. Again, some of these you could probably get a little bit cheaper on Lucky Scent, but I just think it's worth it to get the sprayer. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. It's like fresh pineapple when you first spray it, but then it immediately starts to dry down, and then you get these, it gets really, really interesting. It still smells like vaguely tropical, but it's totally different. It's really interesting. It doesn't have notes, it's just got the pictures, which I don't like these because these are just from people voting what they think is in it, not necessarily what's actually in it. So I hate to go by these pictures, but This one, it says fig, coconut milk, white woods, iris, and tonka bean. It's got I mean, I can smell like so much more. I definitely get the fig for sure. I definitely get the coconut. I smell pineapple though. Pineapple or some juicy tropical fruit. I definitely do get the iris. Yeah, I mean, if you can imagine like, if you could imagine Diptyque Philosopos, because it's the same really dry green fig. If you can imagine that perfume, but add some kind of a juicy tropical fruit like pineapple, and a little bit of coconut, like a pina colada. That's what it smells like. It smells like a pina colada, but add this dry, grassy, green fig. It's really, really interesting. I love it. This is one, I would love a full bottle of this, but I don't think that I would pay DS and Durga prices for a full bottle of it because these are really, really expensive. But yeah, it's a beauty. I loved it. I'm gonna put it in the not a full bottle pile, but just know that I absolutely adored that one. Next we've got a House of Oud fragrance, or the House of Oud. And this fragrance is called The Moon. And oh man, the House of Oud fragrances are so, like, some of them are so nice. Oh my goodness, this reminds me, it reminds me of something from my childhood. It smells like, to me, this smells like a cross between like new Barbies, that kind of doll smell, and candy. So it reminds me of being a kid. I'm quite sure this has got iris in it as well. I'm definitely getting iris. Oh, sorry, it's called Up to the Moon. Yeah, and they even have it on here. It's the House of Oud Up to the Moon. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This one is definitely full bottle worthy for me. So this one is, the top notes are neroli, pear, blackcurrant, Tuscan iris, I knew I smelled iris, grapefruit. Middle notes are magnolia, damask rose, and jasmine sambac. Base notes are raspberry, Madagascar vanilla, amber, sandalwood, ambrette, and musk. And I love ambrette in fragrance so much. It's beautiful. It's, again, because of that kind of powdery iris mixed with all of the other notes, it gives you that kind of sweet doll head smell. But then if you mix that with candy, it smells like straight up sweet candy and dolls from being a kid. I love it so much. This was an absolute yes for me. I need to give it a good full wear test. I have only tested on my hand and it was fine on my hand, but I do need to spray it all over. It's incredibly sweet, so I don't think it would be for everybody, but holy cow, do I want it, because there's something about the mixture of notes in this and the fact that it smells like dolls from my childhood and candy. I need it. So let me tell you how much this one costs. This is, okay, so the House of Oud Up to the Moon is a 1 ml decant, and it was $7.49, which again, I think is a small price to pay to be able to test it, especially in a spray decant. So that was an absolute yes. Okay, this next one is one that I've had people recommend this fragrance to me for years at this point, and I had just never smelled it before. This is from a house called Rasasi, and it is called I'm gonna butcher this, Yukawam. I'm probably the only person on the planet who has not smelled this fragrance at this point. Like I said, it had been recommended to me like 100 times. I'm not going to spray any more than that because this one has a very, very strong metallic note in the base. And it's I don't even know, it's like a metallic fruit. It's way, way sweet, like way too sweet even for me, and I love sweet, but it's way, way too sweet. It's, golly, it's like stewed fruits with a pound of sugar in it, and like stewing in a metallic pot because it's got such a strong metallic note. I hated this. I'm so glad I only ever ordered a decant. There were times that I almost blind bought bottles of this, and I am so thankful I didn't, and I'm so thankful I waited and only got a decant because I detest this. This is the worst kind of fragrance in my opinion because it's so overly metallic and I cannot handle that. So anyways, that is Rasasi, Jasmine, Wisp. Ooh, such a fail for me. Ooh, I wish I hadn't have even sprayed that Jasmine Wisp because the whole room smells like it now and it is so foul to my nose. Okay, next we've got a beauty here. This is from, I have never smelled anything from this house. This house has the most exquisite bottles, and I've been dying to get my nose on fragrances from this house for a long time. I did not know that the Fragrance Decant Boutique carried this house, and I was so excited to see that they did have some. This is a house called Oriza Legrand, and this is a fragrance called Horizon. So, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful, oh my goodness. I'm gonna pop up a picture of the bottle on the screen for you guys so you can see just how beautiful these bottles are and the notes in this one. This is a straight up Wear in the Dead of the Winter amber. So this is petitgrain, tangerine, marmalade, and rose. Middle notes are cognac, amber, tobacco leaf, cacao, almond, oak, and patchouli. Base notes are benzoin, ambergris, white tobacco, vanilla, honey, leather, and peat. Oh my gosh, it is very, very rich, thick, dense, incensey, resinous, spicy. I mean, it's a dense fragrance. It's for like the coldest winter nights for sure, but it is stunning. I love it, but I will be happy with my little decant. This is one that I could probably put one spray on once a year for the next 5 years and still, and still not go through my decant because it's very, very strong, thick, rich, and dense. So yeah, after I've had this for some years and I've worn it, then maybe I'll feel like I have to have a bottle, but I don't feel like I need a bottle like right away. It is a stunner of a fragrance though. So anyways, that is Oriza Legrand Horizon. Okay, and then finally getting into the last box here. I've got a ton of Les Senteurs Gourmand fragrances, but first we've got this beauty. This is another fragrance that I get asked about this all the time, and it has been so many years since I sniffed it that I couldn't even really remember what it smelled like. This is Molinard Habanita. This of course is a reformulation. It is not the original formulation, but I love this. This is, oh my gosh, this is vintage heaven for me. This smells incredible. So Habanita is mastic or lentisque, oh gosh, geranium and petitgrain, nutmeg, heliotrope, vetiver, ylang ylang, cedar, tafe rose, mimosa, jasmine, and base notes are vanilla, amber, sandalwood, oak moss, musk, and patchouli. And this is I absolutely need a full bottle of this. I love it. It's incredible. I think that the new formulation will be good for me because I think that the original formulation of this might have been something that I would love to have in my collection and I would love to sniff, but that I wouldn't actually want to wear. The reformulation, this is a perfume I would actually want to wear. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So anyways, that is Molinard Habanita. I'm so excited to have finally gotten my nose back on that. Okay, now we're gonna get into the Les Senteurs Gourmand fragrances. I got a bunch of them because they have so many of them on the Fragrance Decant Boutique. Let me tell you how much just so you guys have an idea, you can get it kind of an idea of how much these different decants cost. So the Jasmine Wisp, the one that I hated, the Rasasi Jasmine Wisp, that one was only $3.49 for a ml. The Oriza El Legrand fragrance, Horizon, that was a 1 mil decant for $5.30, which for a stunning niche perfume, I felt like was a really good price, especially in a sprayer. Let's see here. Molinard Habanita, again, 1 mil decant, $3.83, which is perfectly, I think is super fair, and I'm obsessed with it. I love Habanita so much. I need a full bottle of it. Okay, next we have got Les Senteurs Gourmand Vanille Framboise, so basically vanilla raspberry. All of these, yeah, all of the Les Senteurs Gourmand are 1 mil for $3.57. There are so many of these. I think the only place I can get them is eBay, which at this point I don't care. I'm going to, because there are a couple of these that I have to have. They're amazing. Okay, this one is Vanille Framboise, or vanilla raspberry. And this reminds me of a Guerlain fragrance right off the bat. So this is, of course it doesn't have any notes listed. It just says raspberry, strawberry, blackcurrant, watery notes, floral notes, and vanilla. This is beautiful. To me, this does not smell gourmand. It's definitely not in line with their other fragrances. I've got a couple in this, a couple like this from this house. This is like poof, it's gone. You spray it on and then 5 minutes later, you can't smell anything. It's like a sweet, tart, watery raspberry scent. I don't even really get the vanilla from it, but it is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It reminds me of a Guerlain fragrance. I don't know, it's just somehow got that vibe. It's really pretty. Do I want a full bottle? No. It's not one that I want a full bottle of, just because I'm not in love with it the way that I am some of the others, like this next one we're gonna talk about, which I absolutely must have a full bottle of this. So this is Les Senteurs Gourmand Tendre Madeline, or Madeline, like one of those little French cookies. Oh my gosh, it is so good, you guys. Oh, and this one is super fleeting too, but I don't even care because it smells amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, Tendre Madeline is, these don't have the notes. This says orange, vanilla sugar, Mexican vanilla, spicy notes, bitter almond, and wheat. I have no idea. I do see that there is a bottle for sale on eBay for $36.21. Or it looks like I could get a 15 ml bottle for $19.66, which is probably what I'll do. Oh my gosh. This one is so yummy. It straight up smells like a cookie, but it's got that citrusy orange. This one does smell similar to Zerjoff Lira or the Lolita Lempica one. I think it's El de Lolita Lempica. I've got a roller ball of that. And the Tendre Madeline smells similar to it. It definitely reminds me of Lira, for sure. It's beautiful. I want a bottle. I just do, because it's such an amazing smell. Okay, the next one we've got is Les Senteurs Gourmand Café Tonka. This is another one I can tell you, spoiler alert, I have to have a full bottle of this. It smells amazing. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. This is another one that it reminds me of something. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This has got a dry black coffee note in it. It's just very lightly sweet. So this one is saffron and pepper, coffee, tonka bean, and amber. I'm surprised it doesn't have any vanilla in it because it does have a sweetness to it. It definitely does have a slight sweetness to it. Oh man, but it's not overly sweet, and it's very coffee forward. It's definitely a coffee fragrance. I think anybody looking for more coffee fragrances in their lives would love this one. It's so good. This was an immediate fall in love with. I have to have a full bottle. So anyways, that is the Café Tonka. And then next we have got Les Senteurs Gourmand Vanille Orientale. This one, I can't remember if I loved this or not. Yeah, this one has chocolate in it though. Actually, you know what this smells a little bit like is Van Cleef & Arpels. Ooh, let me I'm gonna keep this out because I'm gonna test it next to, because somebody was asking me for a good alternative or a dupe of Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille, and I feel like this one is definitely, wow. Okay, this is Indian vanilla, caramel, chocolate, woody notes, ylang ylang, and floral notes. Let me see if anybody else, yes, they even have on Fragrantica, they even have Orchidee Vanille, and I definitely think it's similar. Now, of course, you're not gonna get the same kind of performance, but Orchidee Vanille doesn't perform well for a lot of people, so what's a $30 perfume compared to a $200 perfume when neither of them, you know, if neither of them perform well for you? That's what this reminds me of. That is definitely an Orchidee Vanille dupe for sure. So anyways, that one is Les Senteurs Gourmand Vanilla or Vanille Orientale. Orientale. I will do an Is It a Dupe video for you for that one. Okay, and then this next one, this is the last Les Senteurs Gourmand fragrance that I picked up, and this one is very different from any of the others. This is actually a very delicate musk. This is called Musk Blanc, and this is an absolutely stunning, very delicate, wispy, ethereal, like white musk fragrance. Oh my gosh, it is a stunner. I need to test this one on skin. This is a very light, clean, fresh, kind of almost slightly soapy, like slightly guest bathroom soap. Oh, it is beautiful. It's a little bit old-fashioned smelling, but in a really, really good way. It's stunning. I fell in love with this immediately. So this just says white musk, powdery notes, lily of the valley, rose, ambrette, and watery notes. Oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. It gets compared to Jovan White Musk, but this is on a different level. This is way more expensive smelling than Jovan White Musk. It gets compared to Serge Lutens to Claire de Musk, which is probably more accurate. It's beautiful. I need to give this one a good wear test. I don't think it's gonna perform well at all. I think it's gonna perform like trash, but even still, it might be one that I just need because it's just so good. So clean and delicate and beautiful. I think everybody needs a fragrance like this in their collection that just makes you feel so, I don't know, like maybe you're walking around in a beautiful silk dress from like the Edwardian times. I don't know, just so classy smelling. So anyways, that is Les Senteurs Gourmand Musk Blanc. That is one that I do want a bottle of it. Okay, holy cow, and we finally made it to the last one. Last but not least, we have got a Mona di Orio perfume. This is the first perfume from this house that I have ever smelled. This is a very expensive niche house, and let's see, this fragrance was, this fragrance is called Nombre d'Or Vanille. And this is a 1 ml decant for $8.06. This is the most expensive decant that I bought. So I got 17 decants for, I did use a discount code. If you just do like Fragrance Decant Boutique discount code, I always search for a discount code for no matter what website it is I'm shopping on, and which I did for this one as well, and I think I got 10% off or something. So I got 17 decants for $71, which is a little pricey, but I feel like to be able to experience all these fragrances, it's a small price to pay. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about Mona di Orio Nombre d'Or Vanille. I'm gonna tell you guys, I didn't love this one. This one, it's fine, but I think it's too woody. That's all I get is wood. I'm getting mostly wood, a little bit of spice, and like no vanilla. This, which I feel like is completely misleading. Don't name it vanilla or vanille if it's a woody fragrance. It's nothing but woods. I mean, you start to get a little bit of the vanilla in the dry down, but it's still a wood fragrance through and through. So this is, top notes are clove, rum, bitter orange, and petitgrain. Middle notes are guaiac wood, and that's the main note, is the guaiac wood. That's all you smell. This is a mostly guaiac wood fragrance. Vetiver, sandalwood, and ylang ylang. And you do get the sandalwood as well, and I will say it's a very good quality sandalwood. It smells like the same quality sandalwood that I get in my Killian Sacred Wood, which is an incredible sandalwood fragrance, like the best quality I've ever smelled. Madagascar, vanilla, amber, tonka bean, tolu balsam, leather, and musk. So as this one dries down, maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on this. I think because I was expecting a vanilla fragrance and what I got was guaiac wood with a little bit of sandalwood. As it dries down on the paper though, I'm really starting to get that bitter orange. And I'm really starting to get some of the spices, which the spices were always kind of there. And everything is kind of softening up. I have a feeling that the magic is in the dry down of this one, so I do not need to judge it so harshly from smelling it on paper. But for me, I just smelled it and I was like, immediately, it's a woody fragrance, and it's not much, but actually it's, even on paper, it's transforming just like by the second. Ooh, it's beautiful. It almost reminds me of something from Velvet and Sweet Peas Perfumery. It's that kind of a fragrance, which I freaking love. It's such a beautiful, like, different world, different time kind of fragrance. Very vintagey smelling. Okay, I'm actually really liking it. I'm gonna put this in the to test pile for sure, because I feel like I need to give that a good skin wear test. If it transforms on my skin the way it does in that bottle, or on the paper, and I get that beautiful sweet orange and oof, and that woodiness kind of subsides, I think I'm gonna end up loving it. Okay, so let's recap here what I loved and need full bottles of, and what I didn't love. Yeah, okay, so Cafe Tonka from Les Senteurs Gourmand, I love, I need a full bottle of it. Musk Blanc from Les Senteurs Gourmand, I love, I need a bottle of it. Tendre Madeline from Les Senteurs Gourmand, I love, I need a bottle of it. Jessica McClintock, just the original Jessica McClintock, I love it, I need a bottle of it. Molinard Habanita, I love it, I need a bottle of it, or at least a travel spray. I think a travel spray would do me with that one. I don't think I need a full bottle, but I need at least 8 to 10 ml of it. The House of Oud, Up to the Moon, I love it. It smells like doll heads and candy to me. I need a full bottle of that one. Imaginary Authors, A Whiff of Waffle Cone. It doesn't last very long, but I need it. I absolutely need it. It's amazing. I've got to have a full bottle of that. And then Cremo, Spice, and Black Vanilla. I've already got a full bottle on the way. I ordered that one immediately because it was just such an easy, accessible one for me to get. The Mona di Orio Mombres d'Or Vanille. This is I need to give this one a really good wear test. I think I'm gonna end up liking it. It just is all gonna depend on, hopefully my skin won't pull the woods out, and you know, we're just gonna have to see with that one. Les Senteurs Gourmand Vanille Orientale. I'm gonna test that next to Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. We're gonna see if that's a dupe. And then the ones that I did not care for. So Les Senteurs Gourmand Vanille Framboise. This one was just okay. It's fine. It's nothing that I need. Javoy Remember Me. It's way too expensive for what it is. The Oriza Legrand Horizon is stunning. I just don't think I need more than this decant because it's a lot of a fragrance. Cremo Bourbon Vanilla, it's just way too masculine for me. DS and Durga Debaser is stunning. It's an amazing perfume, but I don't think I would need a full bottle of that. It's almost too unique for me. Rasasi Jasmine Wisp, that made me want to retch. Like seriously, I very rarely have that kind of a reaction to fragrances, but that one was just awful. And then last but not least, the Vagabond Prince Enchanted Forest. This absolutely smells like one of my, this to me is like the book Winkin', Blinkin' and Nod in a perfume bottle. If I could transfer that fairy tale into a perfume bottle, that's what, or my mom used to read me this little book when I was a kid, and it was about fairies and pansies, and like I remember the artwork in it, the pansies had faces. It was this really cute fairy tale book. That's this. This perfume is like that fairy tale bottled, if that makes any sense. It's so weird, but it smells like a fairy tale in a bottle to me. And it's, again, I wouldn't want to smell like this, but I'm very happy to have a decant of it that I can sniff and like, you know, bring that magic to mind. But anyways, guys, holy cow, that was a huge decant haul. If you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.